Hey guys, what's up? It's Condor here, bringing you the video on the Primeval. So first we'll try to keep these the same every time around in case you guys want to skip around and look for stuff. That'll be in the same order. So basically, I will go over the skills, then I will go over some of the footage that I've gained through them. It's not the most comprehensive. I don't play these classes for more than a couple weeks to get the hang of them. Keep in mind that I am working with, because I have to get so many different gear types, so many different weapon types for this, all my videos will be with a tier 1 Hasla weapon and illustrious leather armor. So I am also using Squall, if that helps anybody. So anyways, moving on to the skills here. So basically, you're going to take the whole first row. You got charge bolts, piercing shot, endless arrows, double recurve, concussion arrow, and intensity. I go for more passives than other people do. I like the move speed, the extra increased accuracy and range crit rate, decreased cooldowns, of course. This one you need 5 meters in all bow skills. This one you don't technically need, but I take, and 15% damage. In shadow play, I have overwhelm, drop back, stalker's mark, stealth, toxic shot, free runner, and that's it. Oromancy, I use thwart, conversion shield, teleportation, and shrug it off. Right here I have Hearten, doubles the duration of Inspire. What that allows you to do is, because of that, let me move away from here. There. So that puts the buff on for 30 seconds, meaning the cooldown timer is only 15 seconds. I can stack it 3 times. So you get 3 stacks of 8% attack speed. So that's what I use it for. If you see, now that it's off cooldown, I have 2 stacks. I'll be able to do that again when I'm done. A couple of basics about the class before I get into some of the videos. Once again, it's a very good ganking class. If you get the jump on anybody with this, as long as you're decently geared, you're going to kill them. Makes kind of action videos kind of a little bit more difficult, since this game is very much about getting the jump on someone in the CCs and stuff. But I do have some footage to show you guys over the last week that I've gotten. PvE, it's very, very good. Basically, you can take down anything. You don't have a heal, so that's kind of a negative compared to some other classes. But at the same time, because you have like free runner and you have a snare, you can basically stay out of range. The only time that you're going to have difficulty is against magic dealers. So then you would use your conversion shields. But I've fought like 2-star elites with this build already and easily do that. It does suck a lot of mana. That's why, as you see here, when I was playing, I did have meditate on for when I was grinding PvE, but it's very good at it. And I'm guessing if you had a better bow than just a tier 1 Hasla, it would eat through things really fast. So I don't see PvE being any problem. As far as group support, depending on what you're doing, it's very good single target damage. You can switch out your skills and put on missile rain. Problem with that is your cooldown timer is like 32 seconds. That's a long time in between AoEs. As far as single target damage, though, it's very good. If you're going to pick out like a healer, you have good range, you have good DPS, it works very well for that. Overwhelm is nice, being able to stun someone, and then you can basically just drop back and go to town on them again and have your range back again. So overall, it's a very balanced class. It's the reason that it's used as much as it is. It's good all around, basically, except for huge group support. You're going to do DPS, but you're going to do more single target DPS than anything else. Very good for a solo player or ganking. Kind of like the last video I did, it just demolishes other classes when you're able to get the jump on them. So if you guys have further questions, ask in the comments below. Otherwise, we're going to get to some of the video of the actual gameplay. Alright guys, so here we go. Here's a little PvP gameplay for you. I'm not going to do too much explaining. You guys can watch and see my gameplay and what it's kind of like to play. more than anything, I'm just going to go through what I've kind of experienced as the key roles in PvP and what you're there to do and things like that, my rotation. So basically what I'm looking to do is find someone that's already been engaged, because you're not all that strong, especially against certain classes. Any class that can knock you down, CCU, you're susceptible to quick dying, especially as you can see the guy next to me has got a Delphinot bow. If he gets on you, it can be a real quick game over. So what you're looking to do is jump on someone that's at half health and finish them off with one rotation. So my rotation typically is going to be intensity and thwart. You're going to want to open with, so you have your buffs. Then you're going to want to go Stalker's Mark, Charge Bolt, and then I usually do Toxic Shot next, which you don't have to. You can go right to Piercing Shot, and then Endless Arrows over and over and over again. Make sure you have your buffs up. I don't even know if I do in these. Like I said, some of this was done late at night as well. This one you can see is pretty much game over. So keeping that in mind, here we go. Here's my first roaming experience. It was kind of fun. I found a guy in the water who was going to a different place. He comes after me here, but like I said, when you get the jump on them, it's almost game over before they can start. That one's over. End of story. Second one is a guy who I believe is farming over here. But once again, he has to choose between opening up on me and finishing off the mob. Both do damage, so he only has so much time to decide this. And a lot of times they'll decide to try to take out the mob first for some reason, and that doesn't work out well for them. This by far was one of the better fights I did that I had this day. I mean, I was just roaming Aurora while actually grinding myself, so I just recorded the fights I had along the way. Little background on this, I already know that there's two people that are behind me. So I went through in stealth, went out of range of them, rebuffed, came back. So now I'm coming back in, and what I see is one has archery, the other one has sorcery. The thing about sorcery is it can be really strong against physical damage if it has the shield up, the insulating lens. So what I'm doing right here is waiting for insulating lens to go down. A 2v1 is never really easy in this game unless you have a lot of CC, which Primevals don't have a lot of CC. So I wait for the perfect time to drop in on them. They're low on mana. I hit them. That's 2 shots. I have my buffs up. I'm waiting to finish this guy off. So I finish this guy off, drop back. Now I want to get out of range, completely out of range of this guy, because he does have a little bit of advantage on me given the fact that he's at 3/4 health. I'm out of cooldowns, and yeah. So I go over. I think I was able to drop some food, and then back I come. So I'm in stealthy once again. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure he was dagger spell if I remember right. And for some reason he just doesn't go into stealth. He's sitting there. So I come back. I re-engage on him, knowing that I can take him now with the food that I had. So it's just one rotation, stay away from his pet, and it's game over. That's kind of a quick look at the class and what I've been able to do on it. There is a lot more available. Some of the higher end Primevals, when they have tier 3 Haslas and Delphinot bows and full, even I would say Aurora gear or higher, which includes like Delphinot gear and stuff like that, they're almost unstoppable. They're really hard against physical damage. They keep their distance really well, and the damage that they output right now is just craziness. So it's a really good class overall. I recommend you give it a try if you do have the gear or the time. As far as people that are solo roaming, people that want to grind mobs on their own, it's a really good class overall. It has a lot of bonuses. It's why it's so popular. It's so popular because it is nice. It's forgiving. Between your drop back and your teleportation and then invis, you can get out of just about anything. I mean, when you are in trouble, and I guess I don't know if I showed it in any of the gameplay that I had there, but your biggest move is to do a drop back into a teleportation, and then if you have free runner up and invis up, I mean, you're completely gone. You can get out of some sticky situations. Even grinding that day, I ran into some people where it was 3v1 and they tried to get a jump on me, and then I just backdrop, teleport, invis, and I'm gone. And it's really hard for them to try and keep up with something like that. So definitely a good class overall. I'd give it a shot if I were you guys, if you do have the time, if you're bored with your current class. It's a lot of fun. It is popular, and I know people don't always like going the popular way, but from my experience with it, the week and a half I spent with it, it's a lot of fun. So if you have any questions on the class that I might be able to answer, feel free to give me a write. I'll do my best to help you out there. Other than that, that's it for Primeval for today. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.